Well, it appears as though the Ian Garry situation just got a whole lot worse. I recently put out a video after Ian Garry's defeat over Neil Magny at UFC 292, basically breaking down his behaviour leading up to the fight, as well as the way he carried on during and after the bout, which was, to be honest, pretty disgusting behaviour. It became apparent that Garry had gone from a seemingly likeable dude from Ireland that had dreams of becoming the next Conor McGregor to one of the most disliked, cringiest fighters in the UFC. If you haven't seen it yet, go back and check out the video, I'll leave a link down below. But since then, not only has Ian Garry not made any effort to redeem himself at all, he's actually managed to turn more people off with his behaviour, including the owner of Team Renegade Gym in Birmingham, which is the home of fellow UFC welterweight and current champion Leon Edwards, who recently banned Garry from training at the British gym. Ian Garry claimed that the reason behind his ejection was that the coaches didn't want Leon Edwards to feel insecure in any way. Garry also said that they didn't want their star pupil doubting himself on the mats in his own gym. However, in a recent interview with Sky Sports, Edwards shared his version of the story and explained that Ian Garry was ousted due to his personality going against the gym's culture. I think everyone knows that's bullshit. I'm on top of my game. Basically, the gym decided that he just wasn't fitting in for the gym. We're just too different. The culture in our gym, he's like a talker, a social media guy, brings his cameras everywhere. He's late to sessions. It's like two different cultures to what we have in our gym. The guys decided, not because of me. And it's not the first time Ian Garry has been booted from a gym. He was recently kicked out of his own home gym in Ireland, KF Martial Arts, for behavioural issues prior to his Cage Warriors title fight in 2021, where Garry would basically say he was leaving the Irish gym because he didn't want to be the man, and he wanted to be pushed to his limit by better fighters. However, a publicly released statement by the gym would dispute Ian's claims, stating that the gym held a set of standards that Ian Garry and his manager weren't living up to. And on top of all of that, Ian Garry's upcoming fight will be against Killcliff teammate Vicente Luque, meaning it would seem that Garry was essentially booted from a third gym. Now, if this doesn't all sound bad enough, he recently got into an online feud with the MMA guru after him and his wife released a video talking about an online content creator who was making accusations against his wife for being a quote-unquote wag. And if you don't know what it means, it's basically the English version of being a gold digger. Someone who purposefully pursues successful athletes using their looks and manipulative personalities to lure them into marriage, and then eventually takes them for half their net worth. The problem is, his wife literally wrote a book titled How to Be a Wag, which MMA Guru would expose on his channel, making the accusation seem somewhat substantial. In the video, Ian Garry also makes reference to his wife's ex-husband, who appears to be in the room with them. It's since been rumoured that the ex-husband lives with the couple and is Ian Garry's personal nutritionist. And he's even got Garry on a solely vegan diet. But if that's not bad enough, like I said, it gets worse for Ian Garry. Just when you think, surely there's enough stacking up against this Ian Garry guy, now he's started an online beef with the last person you want to start a beef with. Shawn Strickland, the last true American hero. The man who says it like it is, who doesn't give a fuck about clout or people's feelings. The guy who just absolutely destroyed one of the best middleweights of our generation, not only in the cage, but on the mic. After Ian Garry's new video went viral for multiple reasons, but mostly thanks to the MMA guru and his fan base, Shawn released a video in response to the situation with Garry and his wife, offering him some advice.
Because I never talk about anybody's spouses, but this shit ain't right. It ain't fucking right. I gotta talk about it. Ian Garry, I remember when I met you, dude. It was in New York. You were this fine-ass girl. She had the little nipple coverings. We all fucking seen it, right? Everybody fucking seen it. But I remember thinking to myself, there ain't something right about that girl. There's something about that woman that ain't fucking right. The way she walked, the way she looked, the way she talked, I knew it. Now I'm finding out you're 26, she's fucking 40, the ex-fucking husband lives with you, you took the last name, motherfucker, she wrote a book on how to be a wag. I didn't know what a wag was until now, dude. This shit ain't right, dude. She's a succubus. You gotta run away, bro. Hot girls are a dime a dozen. We'll get you one, we'll get you ring girls, we'll get you two at the same time, bro. You gotta pull the ripcord, man. It ain't fucking right, my friend. You gotta pull that fucking ripcord. I'm here for you, the Naked News here for you. Do the right things, Ian Garry. Fucking pull that fucking ripcord.
After which Ian Garry sent Strickland some DMs threatening him to remove the post, otherwise he would be sued for defamation, which is kind of mind-boggling, honestly. I don't really understand where the defamation part comes into it. I haven't seen Strickland or anyone else talk about anything that wasn't already released by the couple on their Instagram accounts or YouTube themselves. For a while, I did think it was possible, although probably far-fetched, that Ian Garry was outsmarting all of us, and he was just doing a really good job at getting his name out there, good or bad. But judging by this recent interaction with Shawn Strickland and the conversation him and his wife shared, and it seems like the negative attention is affecting him, and I wonder if it's maybe time to chill out on the self-promoting, behind-the-scenes type of content and focus a little more on the fighting for a while, because whatever he's trying to do doesn't seem to be resonating the way he'd like it to. Either way, I think it's going to make a pretty exciting press conference given the fact that we have Ian Garry, Colby Covington, Leon Edwards and Paddy Pimblett all on the podium at once. Not to mention Tony Ferguson. I think it's going to be probably the best press conference of the year. And whether or not this is all a big ploy to get more attention to Ian Garry, either way it's going to be fireworks come UFC 296. I don't know, let me know your thoughts below, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.